and welcome back to DML. So, today we will be continuing through level 4, and spoilers, we will be finding the key, but I just wanted to show you, the whole map, making our way through, because a lot of times people are like, but I don't know where you found the key, and you didn't show us the battle quacks, you're making me sad. Well, most of these fights on level 4, of course, like every other level, we can use Divine on any fight in this event. Which means that our Hermes dragon is super duper good for this. He is like 3 or 4 levels below Andy still, but luckily the enemies are also around about 4 levels below Andy's level, so our Hermes dragon just about manages to destroy these guys. I mean, we are lucky because if he couldn't do these fights, this castle event / super event would probably be a lot more difficult. But we will power on nonetheless, and we will be heading down to the chest down at the bottom. So a new reset, and we have returned with more stuff to spend. And we've got 2 more fights to go through, so what do we need? Another fight that is... Wow, those elements suck. That was like wind, water... Ugh! Who has those on their team anymore? It's all about the void. It's all about the plant and the shadow, you know? Like, who has water and wind? Says the one with a Hermes dragon. But look, our Hermes dragon is severely underpowered these days, especially with all these exceptions, so he has to make his mark somewhere, right? But still, like I said, these fights are super easy for us still. If you are struggling with them, do remember that you can also use training, and you can use your clan dragon powers, and obviously you can use Dragon Fury potions as well if you really need to, although you're normally better off using them on the main map. But Andy wrecked them. Good job, Andy. So this is the second last chest on this level, and we finally get to see it. Good gosh, level 4 was an expensive one. So now that we've found it, let us continue. So, I can't believe Eliza would try to stop us from reaching the tournament. I know she's a Viking, but I thought she at least would give friendship a shot. OTP destroyed! Melvin said that Eliza ordered Olaf to stop us too. He must be hiding out ahead. Keep your eyes focused and your nose tingling. They don't call him Olaf the Pungent for nothing. If he's hiding out, we'll be able to sniff him. Let's do it. That is like the worst stealthy guy ever. You can just smell him wherever you are. But because we finished level 4, we do now have the Sulfur dragon. I mean, we already had one anyway, but sure, I'll take it. So let's go to level 5. I am so happy to be out of that swamp. That stinking swamp gas almost made me, I don't want to think about it. How does the Hell Dragon stand it? Unfortunately, we've got another stinker hiding out ahead, Olaf the Pungent. He's the last Viking in our way, and the only thing that stinks worse than his attitude is his BO. Get roasted, Olaf. So, level 5 is, of course, another really short level, and now we are headed to the Rainbow Snake Podium. It's actually beautiful. And, if you look up ahead, you can actually see the remainder of this map, and it looks so cool. Like, look at all of this. Just the design and effort that goes into all of these little extra bits on the map. But it's so sad, because if you're, like, down here doing the other parts of the levels, you probably won't even have checked it. So you can go and check out the full map yourself if you want to. But anyway, let us go and either finish this level or get as close as we can within the current reset, because I don't think we can get many more points this reset, but I just don't know how costly this mini level is overall. Probably not that bad, so we're not going to actually do it yet, but this chest will give us the Hell Dragon, of course, so we will be back when that is done. And one other thing that I want to mention is that even more image files have now been released of even more new dragons from the recent update. So you can find them all on the DML Wiki's images section. So we've got dragons like the Chevalier, we've got the Cocoa Crab, the Harvest. The Harvest looks like a Disney princess to me. I don't know what it is. Cocoa Crab, I just think is a ridiculous idea, but a cool one nonetheless. And the Chevalier just looks so elegant. elegant and pristine. And you can also look at their baby image files, of course, and we have Thor now on the wiki. Personally, I'm not a major fan of him, but, you know, I'm sure the people that have watched all of the Marvel and all their superhero stuff are gonna be loving it, going, oh, look, it's Thor, my favourite, haha! I personally am not a fan of superhero movies, so, you know, each to their own. You can enjoy them if you want. I couldn't care less, personally. But, you know, the thing about the event was, because a Hermes Dragon is 4 levels below Andy, I was almost certain that the fights were going to be extremely difficult. But it turns out that the fights have actually been really, really easy, because the enemies are also level 96, but they're 1 star or 2 stars below our Hermes Dragon, which means that he just one-shots everything, or almost all the time he does, because obviously that's the main good thing about taking Plan on your team, because you get the 2 stacks of damage instantly, which means that if your first plant attack does more than half and like 3/4 of their HP, that dragon's gonna insta-die. And that's the reason that I personally put Plant and Shadow elements such, like, pretty much as the top 2 elements on the elements tier listing. Not that there really is one for this game. Obviously Metal is pretty good now, and Earth combined with Metal and Water is also pretty good, and Void. But I still think if you are looking to create a single high-level dragon team, for example, if your dragon that is your highest level has Shadow and Plant, it's probably gonna win you quite a lot of fights. Because imagine the difference between leveling up a max-leveled Autumn Dragon and leveling up a max-leveled Cosmos Dragon, for example. There are just so many more fights that I've been able to complete because we have such an aggressive dragon that even though having Andy as the only high or max level dragon that we have, it still works out because he can just carry himself through anything that he wants. And so, that's one of the main things that I've always said. You need to choose between whether you want to have a defensive team, in which case you should probably evenly level everything, or if you want a really aggressive team, in which case, to be honest, if you just want very quick map progression, solo leveling 1 dragon just so that you can get as much food as possible and gold and that is probably the better option in the long run. And yeah, we've talked about it before, you know, but if you don't have an evenly leveled team, you can't do the castle events, Quacks. That is true. But if you use an evenly leveled team, it takes months and months and months longer to level up all of your dragons. And the thing is, obviously, the further you get on the map, the more rewards that you get from blue map fights, like the dailies and that. And obviously, the further you go into the map, the more rewards that you get for each map battle. So, it is just a lot quicker to do it that way. And considering how already grindy the game is to begin with, it's just, I'd say, try and reduce the amount of grind as much as possible. So, even though we only had 1 max level dragon, we can still do this castle event now. So, obviously in this case it hasn't really affected myself that much. I'm sure for other people that do not have a divine, that may be a very different story, obviously. But, you know, every castle event is going to be different. And you never know, maybe the next castle event / super event we get, maybe we're only allowed 1 element per fight. Then what do? Everyone gets screwed over then. At least then, everyone would be dually screwed over, apart from the 1 person, or the set of people that have, like, I don't know, water as their highest element dragon or something. But, you know, I am happy that we can still do it, because on Android, I have been moaning about this quite a lot on Discord, but on Android DML, I have not been able to log into the game for 2 days now. So, any hope of me getting Odin or Loki on my Android account is completely gone. And I don't know why they haven't fixed that yet. I can get him once every probably 20 tries, but I am just not allowed access to the DML servers in general. So if you're wondering why I haven't been doing the event on Android at all, that is why. So, Gameloft need to get their crap together and actually fix their server issues for a change. Because, you know, we get this every event where we'll have a bunch of people going, I can't even get into the event, I can't even participate, and now I have to wait for customer care to get back in contact with me, and that might take weeks, which means I can't do the event anyway. And is that really their fault? That they literally cannot even participate in the event because they cannot even get into the game? Of course it's not. Does that mean that they're going to be given the opportunity to get that dragon? No. Because even though, obviously, they can't get into the game, they also can't prove that they had, or that they would have been able to get the reward dragon from that chapter. So why would Gameloft give them that dragon as compensation? So it's a very slippery slope. And if the server issues just weren't a thing in the first place, we wouldn't have this dilemma. But it is screwing over quite a lot of people at the moment. And again, I know I'm not the only one that can't get in. I've seen a lot of people complaining they can't get in. I've seen people from certain countries have DML blocked by their ISPs. That's happened to like 6 different people that I've spoken to. So, I don't know, maybe they've outlawed DML. Too many loot boxes. Too many loot boxes. Too grindy. They've labeled it as a scam. No, I don't think that's it. It's probably just some error. Or, you know, certain countries, they're just really, really annoying about what they allow their citizens to actually do with their day-to-day life. Like, they control their every movement. You want to go and look at this website? No. Pfft. You think they're going to let you do that? It's like China. Like, China gets all of their own stuff because they just don't let you even look at most Western sites. It's sort of like that. And ISPs blocking video games like DML is sort of going down the same slippery slope, unfortunately enough. But what can you do? It's not like one individual person can take down an entire ISP in, like, Venezuela. I don't know why Venezuela came to mind. I'm sorry, Venezuelans. Let's think of another one. Kyrgyzstan? I'm not sure what Kyrgyzstan is like. I've never been there. And I have no idea what their laws are like. But I guess it's possible. It's basically just think of any place that's really out there and you don't really think about too much and probably isn't as connected to the rest of the world as you'd expect. And, I don't know, you'll probably see some shady stuff going on. But man, I'm happy we finally got that key, even though it was in that second last chest of level 4. But again, because we get the same amount of currency on every level, it's not going to make any difference to our overall event progress. It just changes how quickly we manage to get Loki. And obviously, the sooner we get Loki, sooner we can do the videos on it, get his egg hatched, take a look at him, and the happier I'll be. That's all it comes down to, just convenience. It's just easier to guarantee that you've gotten the dragon, so you don't have to worry, don't have to think about it, and you can just continue on, completely finish the event. But level 6, I will tell you, is a very expensive level. So was level 4, but so is level 6, so that will also take quite a bit of time, but we will power on and hope that I don't have anything that comes up in the meantime, because otherwise we will not be able to finish off the events, because I can't do them on Android, god damn. Oh well, I think that is enough rambling and raving for today, so for now, best of luck with all your event progress, keep logging in, get yourself that Hell Dragon and Loki Dragon, and obviously open up all the chests for Odin. So, until next time, I'll see you then.